Now let's move on to the other big thing that's trending in the news, the iPhone, or as we like to say, the apple of Sauron's eye here at InfoWars. But I want to start off with this story first, because this iPhone and these smartphones and these tablets, this cashless society that's coming in, we're not going to be the ones that are going to be fully enveloped into it. We're the ones that are going to have to be whipped into it, because we're not going to go quickly. We still like cash. We still like credit cards. We still like things that just aren't one thing holds all. We don't like that. We don't like the one ring of power. We like to have our assets spread out. But the children out there, my children included, are literally addicted to these new objects. My little baby understands how you can move your finger across a phone and look at pictures, because I've showed him pictures of it before. My 4-year-old loves the tablet. My 9-year-old loves the tablet. I mean, it is scary stuff out there. And here's an article from the Mail Online. Generation Helpless. Children are now better at using smartphones than swimming, tying their shoelaces, and even telling time. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say this. My 2 oldest know how to tie their shoes, and they're great swimmers, and they know how to tell time. But I feel really bad for children out there that do not know how to do those things, but know how to activate a tablet. Let's go into the article. Findings revealed more children could use a tablet than tie their shoelaces. This is true for swimming and telling time. And a third of 2 to 4-year-olds own a tablet and spend an average of 2 hours and 35 minutes a day on these devices. And then they have a chart here in this article. What can your child do confidently? And then they list the activities. Riding a bike, 60%. Maneuver around a tablet, 59%. Work a mobile phone, 57%. And then they have read, 57%. Tie their shoelaces, 53%. Swim, 52%. And tell the time, 49%. Very scary stats indeed. And it goes on even scarier. Ages 5 to 7. These kids spend an average of 3 hours a day on these tablets. And it gets worse. As you get older, 8 to 10, they're spending nearly an average of nearly 4 hours if you combine video games, phones, and computers. 4 hours a day looking at a screen, not running around, not breathing fresh air, not having a good time with their friends, but isolated one-on-one with that computer, which is teaching you a lot of things. Believe me, it's teaching you a lot, more than you should know at that age. Pretty scary stuff, which leads us back to the iPhone and this video yesterday that Paul Joseph Watson released. iPhone 6, is Apple Pay the mark of the beast? We go to that report.
Today saw the launch of the new Apple iPhone 6, but what flew under the radar amidst the hype surrounding the release of the new device is the fact that the Apple Pay system, which is being supported by Visa, MasterCard and American Express, will mandate users scan their fingerprints in order to make a purchase. Does this represent the mark of the beast system mentioned in the Bible? Well, yes, according to many people on Twitter who exploded with concerns about how Apple was becoming a little too, quote, antichristy. What's the mark of the beast? Well, it's a passage out of Revelations which states, quote, and he causes all, the small and the great, the rich and the poor, and the free men and the slaves, to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and he provides that no one will be able to buy or to sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name, and his number is 666. So for many decades, Christians have been warning about the fact that this mark of the beast was going to come in the form of either a microchip, a digital tattoo, or the fingerprint itself, and that it would be mandated for all purchasers. Obviously, there are already numerous different versions of payment systems which use either the fingerprint scan or the palm scan already in existence, but Apple Pay is the first one to have the direct backing of all the big boys, Visa, MasterCard and American Express, as well as major stores like Macy's, McDonald's, Bloomingdale's and Whole Foods. They're already going to have this technology in place, ready to use when the Apple iPhone 6 rolls out. The International Business Times reports, with Apple Pay, iPhone users hold their phones up to near-field communication NFC terminals, hold their finger onto the device's fingerprint sensor, and the transaction is completed wirelessly. Apple promises that it won't sell your private purchase data to other companies or to the government, just like it didn't provide, quote, direct access, according to Edward Snowden, to Apple's backdoor database to the National Security Agency. Oh, and let's not concern ourselves either about the fact that an NSA slide referred to iPhone users as, quote, zombies and to Steve Jobs as Big Brother. But wait, there's more. The Apple iWatch. As if you're not looking at your cell phone enough while avoiding humanity and the nagging voice of conscience, here's a new product to keep you distracted from reality. So what's coming next? The Apple ankle bracelet? Well, we better not go there because I don't want to give them ideas. Check out the other videos, subscribe to the channel. I'm Paul Joseph Watson reporting for Infowars.com.
So the biometric Mark II buy and sell, is it the mark of the beast? Is it coming from Apple? Apple, whose logo happens to be the apple that Eve took a bite out of, the original sin. Very interesting. Also, you could say there's a lot of money riding on this technology. Go to Bloomberg here. Apple said to reap fees from banks in new payment system. And this is what I think is interesting. Currently, the tech company get a share of more than $40 billion that the banks generate annually from so-called swipe fees. Now, in just 3 years, this is expected to more than double. If you look at the growing market section, the mobile payments market will probably more than quadruple to about $90 billion by the year 2014. I mean, it is going to be out of sight, out of mind. That is why Apple is doing this. Is it the mark on the beast? Well, they have yet to eject the buying or sell device into your body, but this is about as close as it could get. The next phase will be the implantable microchip to buy and sell. You can believe that, and we've been telling you about that for years. Alex Jones was telling you about that in Police State 3. Reflections and Warnings with Aaron Russo talks about how he had conversations, Aaron Russo did, with one of the Rockefellers and how they were going to put the chip in them, but the elites were going to have a chip that says, get off my back, or get off my lawn, or get out of here, you a-hole, something like that. Really interesting stuff. But the rest of us are going to have these chips, and they're going to be to buy and sell. And if you don't have them, you're not going to be able to get a job. You're not going to be able to travel. You won't be able to do anything. Wait, it's coming. Don't you worry.
This is Alex Jones for InfoWarsLife.com. The latest in preparedness is now here. An electrically stabilized colloidal silver solution that can be added to both your home cabinet and preparedness pack alike. Concentrated to 30 parts per million in what has been dubbed the survival silver solution. The new InfoWars Life Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver is the answer for you and your family. And it's entirely free of toxic artificial additives that are loaded into many products. The InfoWars Life Silver Bullet Silver is so powerful that it is concentrated into a 2-ounce bottle and is not recommended for extended continual use. This is not a low-grade formula. We are working with one of the top laboratory manufacturers in the United States to bring you the best form of colloidal silver using electrical processes within a base of deionized water for your preparedness storage or your home kitchen. Purchase your bottle of InfoWarsLife.com Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver today and find other amazing supplements at InfoWarsLife.com.